3, 2, 1.
Game resumed.
Wee 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 bon bon.
Wee wee ho ho ho. Oh, I don't know where that Frenchman came from, but hey, Mr. MaximusBlack.
Yeah.
This map looks familiar.
Yes. Once
In
again.
that we've just been here 2 seconds ago. In other news, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another normal games that develop fantasy replays. No, not replays. Oh my god, I went old school there for 2 seconds. That came out of the back of the brain to www.lag.tv, lag.tv. Go and join Lag Nation, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to have a good time. But before then, Mr. MaximusBlack.
Yeah.
Hit me up with the sound of a milkman eating whatever Jesus fries is.
Oh. Oh. Grab some milk here. Love Jesus fries.
So what qualifies a Jesus fry?
I don't know. It's got to be holy.
It's gonna be so good that it's holy, or just
It's just gonna be holy. Whether you just poke holes in it, it's
or
just gonna be holy.
somebody blesses it.
Somebody, yeah,
Some
like,
random,
you know.
some random like dude in the back is got some holy water that he just got out of the tap.
Okay, holy water. Okay, I need to know if you drink holy water, does that like purify your body? Because I've only ever seen people like flick holy water in your face, which is really freaking annoying. If I got some priest there or whatever, like dipping some weird ass water and then flicking the shit in my face, like really, dude, you're gonna flick holy water in my face? At least let me, you know, give me a 600 milliliter bottle of holy water and let me frickin' run a marathon or something.
I'm sure if you look hard enough, somebody's selling bottled holy water, and it's like
that's an empire waiting.
Yeah, just like
it's blessed by Jesus.
It's been cold filtered so many times that Jesus himself has blessed it.
I'm surprised that's not such a thing. I'm surprised that there's not holy water on. Like, I can't believe you can't walk into a corner store and get yourself a bottle of holy water.
I would be shocked.
That's just money waiting to happen.
I would be shocked if that isn't already a thing. And you know what I'm also kind of shocked about? What the hell is this hatchery doing all the way down here? Well, I feel like this map is just like proxy central because of the lack of towers, and so you really have to just be everywhere at once in order to really see what the hell is going on. And so it's just like, hey, as a Zerg player, I'm just going to toss this hatchery down, because why not?
CubeCow.
We haven't even introduced the players, by the way.
No,
so
no.
CubeCow is the blue Zerg, and Milkman is the red Protoss. Will the Milkman deliver?
I think he will. The question is Milkman gonna milk the cow?
See, I want to leave at least one of the puns open to you. I'm glad that you got the second pun. I didn't know if I wanted to start with the milking cow pun, or to go with the milkman delivering pun. We hit on both of them, and it looks like this hatchery is actually going to go down without anything spawning it. Which, I don't know if that's good or bad yet. I mean, Milkman's got his cannon up, he's got his wall up, so whatever comes out of this hatchery...
well, he's got 2 gases, and
oh, infestation pit. Mr. MaximusBlack, your favorite unit's coming out.
I fucking hate swarm hosts, 'cause they own everything. What you're going to see right now, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to see Swarm Host pop out of this hatch. He's going to bring some queens over. He's going to get some spines and spores. He's going to sit out front. We're going to watch an endless amount of locusts own the front door of this Protoss player.
Yep, well, you know, he's already seen what he needs to see. He sees that infestation pit, so he knows it's coming, and he's already dropping the imba. And even the Zerg player's probably thinking, yeah, this is kind of cheesy. This is kind of brutal. Because really, if it goes unchecked, swarm hosts are really difficult to stop.
Dude, they're next level difficult.
And it's really unfortunate because they cost next to nothing. And they do so much damage for what they do cost, and the amount of money that you have to throw at a wave of them to get rid of them it just doesn't even matter if the Zerg loses them half the time, because they've already done, they've already done the damage they need to do, while on the other side of things, the Protoss has thrown 500 billion units at them.
Yep.
And here it goes. So it begins. We have 2 Swarm hosts on the front line. Yep. And now we have to see how the Milkman is going to handle these babies on the doorstep.
It looks like he's going to go ahead and drop a Robo Bay, or not Bay, sorry, Robo Facility. He still is only on 2 gases. He didn't get his gases at the natural. He needs gas to stop this. And he's going to put down some more pylons and cannons. The cannons will buy him time, but if he's not getting gas, it's inevitable. It's going to eventually die. More and more hosts are being made, which means more and more locusts are going to be popping out. And finally, the 3rd gas goes down. The Milkman, unfortunately, is supply blocked right now.
The who?
The Milkman.
One more time.
The Milkman.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know what? You know what the other player's name should be, just to fuck with you? The Pillow Man.
The Pillow Man. Or the...
Do you know the Pillow Man?
I'm confused. I am confused. Oh, shit.
Milk, Mr. MaximusBlack.
Oh, Milk.
Milk and Pillow.
Yeah, whatever. You know what? Fuck off somewhere, because I hear about that every day with Kayla. She's like, "Can you get me some milk?" And I'm like, "You mean milk?" She's like, "It's milk." I'm like, "It's fucking milk." It's just how I say it, all right?
No, I know. I was just messing with you. Look at these Swarm hosts going to work. Aren't they doing something?
Oh yeah, no, they're it's called winning.
Yeah. He's up to 6 of them now.
This is why it's called game over.
Yeah, no,
he's going to be slow death.
No, and in all seriousness, now when you watch at the pro level how they deal with these as a Protoss, you tend to need an ass ton of Colossi.
Oh yeah, it's already too late. It's too late.
No, and you needed to have scouted it out a long time ago. So at this point, it's like you're on a hope and a prayer, and you're just not going to have the DPS to be able to keep up with the locust count. And I don't know if they're ever going to change it. I don't know if they feel that these babies are in fact perhaps a little imbalanced. I don't want to say OP, but I think that there might be a little cost effectiveness imbalance.
Yeah.
Of them, just in the defense of them. I mean,
well, yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. It requires a lot of skill and perfect execution in order to stop these, and it doesn't take any for the Zerg. It's just, hey, keep building more of them. There is a Colossus out on the field now, but 1 Colossus is just not going to be enough. We have the upgrade finished here for the Locusts, so their time out on the field is going to be even longer, and it's going to be non-stop waves in more and more and more. And it looks like there is a hive on the way now for a CubeCow as well. Still no expand. He's just content being on 1 base. He's going to be able to start to push forward with these spine crawlers if need be and use the queens for more creep spread. And also these queens have full energy, so they're going to be able to transfuse, a spore crawler if need be, spine crawlers if need be, swarm hosts if need be. It's just a matter of time. I mean, there is a second Colossus on the way. I gotta hand it to Milkman. He is doing pretty. He's doing pretty good, but they're slowly wear and tear him down. The only thing that I don't like about what CubeCow is doing is he stopped building the swarm hosts for a little while. And what he needs to do is he needs to continuously keep building these. Like, he should have at least 3 or 4 more of these bad boys on the field right now, which would help a lot here.
No, 110%. I was just about to say that. I was about to say, why is there not more of them? Or at least, why is there not an expansion? Or why is he not upgrading? I would want to have at least one of those things happening, if not more. Right? You would expect that if you're going to go all in with the, which really he has. He's 1 base in this bad boy.
He's all in. No,
he's all in.
This isn't all in.
Yeah. So you need to imagine that you would at least want to upgrade even the attack or anything for these bad boys, because if the Milkman decided to upgrade, which he should probably do as well, and he's got his +1 on the way, that would go and help him a huge deal. +1 on here. Oh no, Oh, hell no.
Yep.
Oh, hell no.
There's the Vipers.
Oh, hell no.
This is the complement unit of death. I mean,
oh,
this is
hell no.
This is a really scary unit composition. Now that the Colossus cannot get... They're just going to get pulled in. They're not going to be able to run away from these Locusts. The only thing that I could say that Cube could be doing is more creep spread. That's pretty much it. Just literally getting inside his base. And moving up with the spores and everything else. But besides that, I mean, he's playing it by the book. He's even got an infester out on the field as well for a fungal.
If need be.
Yeah, 2 Vipers out on the field now. There's 3 Colossus in total. I would have loved to have seen another Robo down.
Oh my god.
So we could start double pumping Colossus.
Oh,
and there's the Vipers
no.
pulling out another Colossus out in the middle.
Oh no.
And the swarm host numbers are slowly, continuously growing. There's 2 more on the way. 1 is going to be popping soon.
This is the easiest game to use the camera for ever. I just have to basically just hover right here.
Yep.
And see all the action. So, you know, I have to say this, is that my favorite unit in all of HWoS, the new edition, is the Viper.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
It is such a cool unit. And you know, the ability to pull something back like that, it's just something that nothing else has.
And the range is crazy good,
I mean,
too.
look at the range on that. That was insane. And it ensures a kill almost every single time.
Every time he loses a Colossus, he's basically losing the game quicker.
Yeah.
I mean, those Colossus need to be super, super cost effective. And unfortunately, unless you've got like 8 of them, they need complement units. Zealots are absolutely useless against Locusts. I mean, there's nothing they can do. They just die instantly. He needed to have an army, and you just can't get it. This is why this build is so strong. And you're watching this from, I think this is the Diamond League.
Yeah.
And you're seeing how it is. And I mean, Milkman, instantly when he saw this, he said Imba. I mean, you have to do so much to stop this. I mean, look at the Locust numbers that are coming in. Look at the amount of swarm hosts. The Vipers are just sucking up all of the health off this hatchery, getting more and more energy. There's so many queens out there for so many transfuses. How do you break this without playing a perfect game?
You don't. I think when it comes to the Viper in this composition, if you remove the Viper, it's almost you can do it, right? You could tackle the problem. It's going to be really difficult, but with the Viper, your game does have to be perfect.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Bang on.
Oh, yeah.
And
no,
especially the Viper with the ability to pull from that range, that's a little silly.
I mean, you just watched the 1-base Zerg dominate a fully saturated 2-base Protoss. Dominate. He never left the base. He never killed one host.
No.
Not one. He attacked one at one point, but it got transfused 3 times. So it died instantly. It's a really... I'm not saying that it can't be done, because I've done it. I've seen people do it. But I'm telling you, the skill ratio between having to just sit out front and burrow some swarm hosts to defending it is so much further. And I am biased because I'm a Protoss player, but I mean it's evident. I mean it's
now in this case, if he had decided to build like a second robo or just decided to get a warp prism and harass the Zerg a bit, that might have helped his cause.
Yeah, but the thing is you have to also understand, when you harass a Zerg, those units and those minerals and gas is what you need to actually hold your natural. So there comes a point where you either have to sacrifice your natural because you can't do both, and also CubeCow, if you look up at his base, he was also ready. He had a spine crawler there. He had 2 swarm hosts himself in his base. So you really, like, what I like to do is get Dark Temp and then start harassing with DTs, because you can just get a proxy pylon or use a warp prism, or even have a pylon in his main from the high ground that can warp down to the low ground. Maybe even pick off a hatchery, that hatchery that's building the hosts, or at least go in and attack. But you have to be very, very careful, because the moment that you start splitting up your army as Protoss against this, you just die instantly. In a perfect world, you'd think, well, you've got to harass and so on and so forth. It's like, yeah, in a perfect world, you could do it, but if you want to stay alive to the 17-minute mark where he had died, then you have to keep your units where they're at, or you will never make it past the 12-minute mark.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where if you are going to drop, it has to be done basically perfectly, and in most cases you have to sacrifice your natural. Doesn't mean you're going to lose the game, because you got to remember the Zerg is on one base himself. One base Protoss versus one base Zerg. Chances are the favoring goes to the Protoss, so you can still make it work, but you got to make sure that that drop in everything that you do, the force fields, having sentries that have full energy to be able to force field so they can't get up at your ramp at your main. There's so many things, because if you miss one force field, you're dead. You know, if your drop isn't done correctly, you're dead. If, you know, there's just so many you're dead moments. And for the Zerg, it's burrow and go. Now, will that change down the road? We'll see. The game is still new. We still haven't really seen a perfect way to stop it. I mean, I've seen some pro games where they start double pumping Colossus and getting them out. But then again, you know, those are professional players. They do things professionally. They hit force fields when they need to. Their timings are perfect. They never get supply blocked. They have perfect saturation, so on and so forth. Their upgrade timings are mint. They know when and what to do. But in a Diamond Master League scenario, you can master a Swarm Host timing attack and not really have to do anything else besides that. But as a Diamond or Master player, for the Protoss, you have to play everything in a perfect scenario. You know what I mean? There's so many more things that you have to do than what the Zerg has to do, and I think that's where the problem the problem is. I'm not saying it can't be done, because it can, and it's a sexy, beautiful thing when you shut down the Locust. I mean, chances are you're doing a fucking war cry and you're BMing him and tell him just to get out. It's an amazing feeling, but it is a tough one to achieve, as we saw here.
No, 100%. I agree.
Yeah.
But we're just going to have to wait and see if it actually ever happens.
But I like it, because it's a challenge for Protoss. I like being challenged, but it can be really annoying, as we saw.
Steep.
I mean, you didn't have to move the camera the whole game.
No.
That's what it is.
Because that's where the action is.
It's the new Infestor Broodlord. It's the way it is. Thank God on ladder you don't see this all the time, because this isn't all-in cheesy play. But it does happen.
Oh, 110%. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you have learned something in here. You know what the consistent thing that we learned on this map, scout, non-stop.
Yes.
On this map, if you even have to just make a probe run around the circle of the map on a patrol, anything, you need vision, because stuff like this happens non-stop because you don't have the vision towers. So just take the time, get your eyes on that map, and you will have a much easier time. Or just veto it, because there's that too. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Novawar.
And MaximusBlack.
See you guys soon.
Peace.